something big going on at the Chris Lofthus Group. Welcome back to the Real Estate Radio Show featuring Chris Lofthus of the Chris Lofthus Group at Keller Williams Realty. Chris, I can't wait to hear about the secret list. I know about a month ago you were dreaming this up, and I was like, man, that is a great, great idea. Tell us about it.
Well, yeah, exactly. You and I had discussed this a few weeks back, and we came up with this idea, and it's called the Chris Lofthus Group Secret List. And I brought it up a couple of days ago to some people, and they're like, what's that? They're kind of it's interesting because the fact of the matter is, we have so many properties where people don't list them. I mean, they call me daily. I mean, we probably have, you can even talk to Gerri about this more, but, we have a bunch of people that don't put their house on the market. They call us, we go over and see them, and they said, we're thinking about putting our house on the market, but we don't want to go through the hassle of having, our 4 kids. And so these people make these decisions, and they're holding their houses off the market, and they say, Chris, you know what, if you got a buyer for us, we'd be willing to sell our house at this price. So we have a slew of properties that are sitting out there, and the reason these people are not putting on the house on the market, there's nothing wrong with the houses in general. It's just the fact is they don't want to deal with things. So, from anything from, people not wanting to show the house because they always got to clean it up because, when a new house hits the market with inventory levels, it typically gets a lot of showings. So we get 4 or 5 showings a week and you got to clean the house. And so these people are like, I don't want to deal with this. And then, we have sellers that, I've talked to people that said, I really don't want our family and friends and neighbors knowing we're selling our house and having to deal with that, along with our jobs and everything else and the stress of them saying, why are you moving? Why are you leaving the state or whatever? To people that just say, we just don't know where we want to go. But if you do have a qualified person that wants to come in and buy our house, we'd be happy to show it to them, even though it's not in the market. So this secret list that we have is only the Chris Lofthus Group. We're the only people that have these. I'm the only person that knows about these properties. Well, Gerri and Annette and Sharon do. But the fact of the matter is that's why I created it, so that people can say, hey, you know what? Got to keep looking on the market, keep looking on the internet, and I keep talking to my realtor, or I'm talking to us in general. They can call and say, hey, look, can we be put on the secret list? And that secret list is going to give you access to these properties, so you can come in and say, God, I can't find a 5-bedroom, 5-bath, which is, that's an issue in the market right now. We talked about that last week. And so we can go to you and say, hey, you know what? We have one in Eagle. We have one in Meridian. We have one, East Boy, whatever. So that's kind of why we created the secret list, so that people have access to houses that aren't listed on the MLS.
Gerri Kelley, who's the client specialist. Gerri, it seems like this would be a perfect tool for you. I'm guessing you're pretty darn excited about, because those people that go, I'm not sure, now they can be sure.
Definitely. It's a great tool. We're super excited about it.
And Chris, you said something that hit home with me, because Mrs. Cratchit lives across the street from me. So, first thing they want to do, well, what are you selling your house for? Yep. And I wanted, so it's a privacy issue, but also, I guess what I'd say in my particular case, I'm curious. I mean, if I could get the right price, I might do it.
Well, what a lot of people don't understand is what we do as a group. I mean, we've done a million different things, and I'm obviously not going to sit there and tell you what we do and how we find these properties, but we do, and we have a unique way of finding these properties, as opposed to other real estate companies. We really work hard on our inventory level and keeping inventory for us. I mean, that's what we do for a job. So part of our job, what we do as a group, is we sell houses and we also have buyers. But fact of the matter is, I keep looking at these inventory levels. So I'm like you said, I ran into Tim Bungard, the CEO of Pioneer Title, and he's like, man, you're still out there beating that real estate drum. It's like, he goes, do you feel lonely out there? Like, you're the only guy, pumping it up. And I said, well, you'd be surprised how many people I talk to that want to sell their houses, or that want to buy a house. And we've gone as far as knocking on someone's door. We've had a buyer say, God, I'd really like to buy that house over there in Castleberry West and Eagle or wherever. And we're not afraid to go up and knock on the door. We're not going to be rude, but the fact of the matter is, you'd be surprised how many times you knock on the door and someone says, it's like the old attaché, everything's for sale. There's a price for everything, right?
Yeah, that's what I hear. Gerri, what are you hearing out there in terms of why people aren't ready to, in their mind, we're going to sell, just not yet. What do you hear? Because you're out there a lot, and obviously that's right in your wheelhouse, or people are there wanting to sell, listing with you.
I think people are nervous about the economy and the market, and are, instead of paying attention to what really is going on, they're listening to doomsayers saying, no, don't do it. But that's really not reality.
Yeah, and does this secret list, it seems like that gives them a way to, I guess, not jump into the deep end of the pool, but you're still getting wet.
I think they feel secure that they don't have to go through all the hoops of putting your house on the market, because you live in a house differently from how you sell a house. And so they want to make sure that there are buyers for their home.
Now, Gerri, before that last break, I got an email. Listener said, how do we get a hold of Gerri? We know how to get a hold of Chris, and I was remiss. I didn't give your email or your cell, how if folks want to reach out to you. In particular today, if they're saying, all right, I'm going to do it, give your digits. All I ask listeners, don't call right now while she's on the air.
Well, my cell phone is 208-571-3360, or you can reach me by email at gerri@clgeagle.com, and Gerri is Gerri.
And Chris, I'm guessing that I know afterwards I always say, hey, let's go play golf or something like this. It was great. I got 2 emails and a voicemail, but people from the show, the reaction you've gotten from this show, and it's just another piece of your marketing puzzle that goes into this when people list with you. Oh, he's the radio realty expert. He's the magazine guy. He's the guy. Bottom line is that's part of your marketing piece.
Yeah, it is, and I think we're the number one show on this radio station, aren't we?
It's number one according to Arbitron. Yes, Saturdays at roughly 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock in there. Nobody's better than you.
Right, exactly. Well,
actually, 2 o'clock to 3 o'clock.
Number one real
Nobody's better
estate
than you.
but it's the number one real estate show for sure on the station.
Number one with Chris Lofthus.
Absolutely.
I know that.
Okay, so anyway, you're exactly right. And I wanted to touch base with Gerri on this because we brought this up at the break about what's going on in the marketplace. And here's a fact. And Gerri, just tell them the story. She's got buyers that are looking to buy property, and just share with them what happened out there.
This morning, before I came to do the show, I have a buyer that we're desperately looking for a certain level. They have kind of upped their price range, and we're looking for a duplex. First day on the market today. Got there, showed it to him, called the agent. There are 5 offers on it already. That's kind of what we're up against right now.
Five offers?
And it's just hit the market today.
And that's what I keep talking about. And people say no. People are going, yeah, there's no way. I'm just like, okay, well, it's factual. I mean, it's factual. There are 5 offers. Do you want to call the agent? Call the agent. I don't care. I don't care. Gerri a couple weeks ago wrote an offer on a property in the same price range, and I think there was 5 or 6 offers on that. They came back and the seller said, give us your best and final offer from everybody. And Gerri, I think she went up by 17% or 16% from their original offer. And the agent called, and Gerri and our clients finished 5th or 4th or 5th or down there. So they had 4 other best and final offers. So they ran the number up 25% from the original listing price the first day it was on the market. And people don't believe me. So go look. It's in the MLS. That's the fact that people keep going, yeah, Chris, you keep talking about real estate and how great it is and all this other stuff. And the fact of the matter is, this is factual information. If you don't believe, what I'm kind of preaching about real estate, call Pioneer Title, find out what's closing over in your area. They'll give you the information, or talk to a real estate agent, talk to a professional.
And I've asked you also, Chris, on that because we're seeing so much of it. Is it speculation, or is it homeowners that say, hey, we can't find anything out there? Who's getting in that line?
Well, I think you're exactly right. Well, so it's already gone up. The prices are the average sales price is up from last year. New construction's up a little bit higher than resale. But I think what's happening is that people are coming in and they're looking at what's going on with inventory levels and everything else we talk about. But they look at it and go, okay, there's a big percentage of people out there, you might call them bottom feeders or investors or whatever, but the fact of the matter is they want a deal. They don't want a deal, they want to steal. And the fact of the matter is there were some steals going on last year. There's no steals going on anymore. If there's every time there's a deal, it's gone. I mean, and there's multiple people looking. So fact of the matter is in some price ranges, you even have single family homes. You might have these multiple offers, but what people don't understand is 2 of them could be investors. 3 of them could be like you and Claudia and your family, or Gerri's family or my family, trying to compete against these investors. And so now you have a whole nother issue where you have no emotion from 2 of the offers, and you have completely high emotion on the other 3 offers, which starts to create chaos.
Yeah. Chris, I don't want to brush over this secret list because I think you're really onto something. So if there's a listener that says, aha, or as I like to say, Shazam.
Shazam, yeah.
Shazam.
Yeah, right.
And you can't steal that. I've copyrighted it.
I don't think you copyrighted that.
Somebody else has said that before?
I think so.
Oh, man.
Superhero.
It's killing me. On this secret list, what do they do? What's the process that they can? And again, this is a Chris Lofthus exclusive, the secret list. How do they get on that? What's their process?
Well, you know what? Annette is looking at me right now, and she's about to kill me when I say this. But what we're going to do is since it's so new, you can reach out to us. You can reach out to us at contact us at clgeagle.com. And that goes directly to Annette and me and everyone else in the group. So you can do it that way. We're also going to have a link on our website we're going to go to where you can go on there and register. And, it's a work in progress is kind of what I mean. So what we'll have on there, but as I said, the best way is to reach out. You can also call me personally, 514-5003. But none of the bugs are worked out yet, but it's going to be a really cool thing.
Yeah, no, I'm excited. Notice how I keep my back to Annette. I do, hey, free houses today, hamburgers, whatever, and go from there. All right, it is the secret listing, and that is the secret list that Chris is working on. And again, he said it's a work in progress, but his work in progress is a finished product for most folks, so I can't wait to see that come to fruition. Gerri, it's always a pleasure having you on the show this week, and I guess the rest of the day I know what you're going to be doing, right?
Thank you. It is a pleasure, and I will probably be working today.
All right. Hey, give your email and cell one more time for you.
My cell is 571-3360, and you can reach me by email at Gerri@clgeagle.com, and Gerri is Gerri.
It is the Real Estate Radio Show featuring Chris Lofthus of the Chris Lofthus Group at Keller Williams Realty. When we come back, we're going to hear about some of the very special homes that are on the market right now. My favorite part of the program, other than when Gerri comes on, is coming up next.